Nobody at Maplewood Cat Rescue could agree on what to call her. Her face was divided almost perfectly down the center, one half black, one half tortoiseshell, and her eyes were the kind of blue that made people stop walking. For 11 weeks, everyone stopped to look. Everyone took a photo. Nobody adopted her. Then Jenna walked past her enclosure on a Saturday afternoon and stood there for 4 minutes without saying a word. Nobody at the shelter could agree on what to call her. The volunteers called her Catches. The intake form said unknown mix, tortie point, approximate age 8 months. The night staff called her the blue-eyed one because that was the thing that stopped people in their tracks, not the unusual two-toned face, not the way her fur shifted from black to caramel to cream in the span of 2 inches. The eyes, electric blue, impossibly bright, sitting in the middle of a face that looked like 2 different cats had been combined into one. She had been found in a cardboard box behind a dry cleaning business on a Tuesday morning in October. The box had no holes. Someone had placed her inside and folded the flaps down and walked away. She was approximately 8 weeks old, alone, and completely silent when the owner found her. Not crying, not struggling, just waiting, as though she had already decided that patience was the only available strategy. She arrived at Maplewood Cat Rescue with a file that contained 4 words: unusual appearance, very quiet. Both were accurate. The unusual appearance was the first thing everyone noticed. Her face was divided almost perfectly down the center, one half black, one half tortoiseshell. The orange and brown patches scattered across cream fur in a pattern that looked deliberate, like something painted rather than born. Tortoiseshell cats with this kind of facial split were rare. Tortoiseshell cats with blue eyes were rarer still. The shelter coordinator, Linda, had worked in rescue for 11 years. She said she had never seen anything like it. The very quiet part was the second thing people noticed. Most cats in the shelter made themselves known. They pressed against cage doors, they called out, they performed. This one did none of that. She sat near the back of her enclosure and watched. Not withdrawn, watchful. There was a difference, though most visitors didn't stay long enough to notice it. Jenna Cole was 29, a pediatric nurse who worked long shifts and came home to a 1-bedroom apartment that had felt too quiet since her roommate moved out 8 months ago. She had not planned to adopt a cat. She had planned to drop off a donation of supplies on a Saturday afternoon and be home by 3. She walked past the enclosure at the end of the row and stopped. The cat was sitting near the back, her two-toned face tilted slightly, her blue eyes steady and unblinking. She wasn't performing, she wasn't asking for anything, she was simply looking at Jenna the way someone looks at a person they have been waiting for and aren't entirely surprised to see. Jenna stood there for 4 minutes without moving. She went to find Linda. "How long has she been here?" Jenna asked. Linda checked the file. 11 weeks, she said. She's had a lot of interest. People stop, they look, they take photos, but nobody has followed through. "Why not?" Jenna asked. Linda paused. "People find her face unusual. She doesn't perform the way people expect. She just watches, and people interpret that as coldness." Jenna looked back at the enclosure. "She's not cold," Jenna said. "She's patient." She filled out the adoption paperwork 20 minutes later. If you're still here and haven't subscribed yet, that honestly stings a little. Hit that button. You'll want to see what happens next. The cat came home on a Saturday afternoon in late January. Jenna had prepared carefully: a quiet room, a comfortable bed, food and water placed without fuss. She sat on the floor and let her explore at her own pace, unhurried and methodical, each corner investigated with the focused attention of someone taking inventory. Jenna named her Luna. The first week, Luna kept mostly to herself. She slept on the window ledge during the day and appeared at the foot of Jenna's bed sometime after midnight. She did not demand affection. She did not knock things off counters or yowl for attention. She watched, and slowly, without announcement, she began to move closer. By week 2, she was sleeping beside Jenna instead of at the foot of the bed. By week 3, she had identified Jenna's specific patterns: the time she woke up, the order in which she made coffee, the chair she sat in when she was tired versus the couch she used when she was fine. Luna positioned herself accordingly, always nearby, always present in the quiet way that required nothing but offered everything. Ragdoll and Burman cats are known for a trait breeders sometimes call dog-like. They follow, they stay close, they read the room with a consistency that surprises people who assume cats are indifferent by nature. Luna had simply decided, sometime in the first week on Clover Street, that Jenna was hers, and she conducted herself accordingly from that point forward. Jenna worked night shifts twice a week. On those mornings, she would come home at 7 a.m. to find Luna sitting on the windowsill that faced the parking lot. Not every windowsill, the one with the sightline to the entrance. Luna had identified which window had the right angle and claimed it as her post. Jenna started saying good morning to her before she put down her bag. Luna always blinked once in response, slowly, deliberately, the way cats communicate something that sits somewhere between acknowledgement and affection and has no precise human translation. The moment Jenna told people about most often happened on a Wednesday in March. She had come home from a hard shift. A patient she had cared for 3 weeks had not made it. She had held it together through the drive home and the elevator and the key in the lock. She sat down on the kitchen floor because the couch felt too far. Luna was beside her in 11 seconds, not on her lap, beside her, pressed against her side, her small, warm weight steady and certain. She didn't move for 40 minutes. She didn't ask for anything. She simply stayed. That was the moment Jenna understood that Luna had not been waiting in that shelter because nobody wanted her. She had been waiting because she was particular about who she chose, and she had known, from 4 minutes of eye contact through a cage door on a Saturday afternoon, exactly who that was going to be. Luna is 2 years old now. She still claims the parking lot window on night shift mornings. She still appears at the foot of the bed after midnight and migrates closer by morning. She still blinks once, slowly, when Jenna says good morning. Her two-toned face still stops people. Strangers ask about it. Friends photograph it. Everyone wants to know the genetics behind the split, the reason for the blue eyes in a cat built for other colors. Jenna usually just says she's Luna and that she was waiting for the right person and she found her. Some cats don't choose you loudly. They choose you quietly, with patience and intention, and you only understand it fully when you look back and realize they knew before you did. Did Luna choose Jenna or did Jenna choose Luna? I'm not sure it matters. Tell me what you think in the comments.